Hey there folks, today I'd like to take a casual peek into the Skylanders Giants Swarm gaming figure by Activision. This set was first available in 2012 at the release of Skylanders Giants in October, and it was sold at most mass retailers, and I got this set at Target in 2012 and paid $14.99 for this set. Taking a look at Swarm here in the packaging, you can see this is one of the larger Skylanders figures, and it is a giant, and looks like a form of a bee, and which is pretty cool. And this giant and all the giant-sized Skylanders have a light-up ability, which is pretty cool. And I believe one of his stingers may light up, and his eyes. And you can see that Swarm is a member of the Air faction, and down below the figure you can see the card and probably the sticker sheet as well. And here it shows you that it does include the card. And there's Swarm, a member of the Air faction. His motto is "Bring the Sting." Pretty neat. And this particular Skylander is not playable in the Spyro's Adventure game, but is playable in Giants. Here we have the back of the package, and a visual guide on how to use Swarm, or there's a picture of T-Rex there, but it's the same concept. You just take the figure and place it onto the portal, and that will activate the character in the game. And there is I guess cross compatibility. You can play it on a console, on a computer, or even a mobile device, so that's pretty cool. And here we have an icon indicating that this particular figure is a giant-sized character, and Skylanders Giants are super-sized and super-powered, and they do have light-up effect. And here we have a in-game screenshot of Swarm, pretty cool. And we have a preview of the other giant-sized characters in Skylanders Giants. And we have Eyebrawl, Swarm, Thumpback, and Bouncer, and that's just half of the Skylander Giants available. Now we'll be right back and have Swarm out of the package. Okay, we have Swarm out of the package. And this is a very nice figure. There are a lot of neat little things you notice once you get the figure out of the package. And I'm kind of torn now because Crusher was my favorite giant-sized Skylander. But I'm kind of debating whether it's still Crusher or maybe Swarm. It's just a very nice figure, and we're going to go ahead and take a look at that figure in a little bit. But first, let's go ahead and take a look at the items that come included with Swarm. And we'll start out with the sticker sheet. And we have a sticker sheet here. And it's got a nice small sticker here of Swarm in action, which is kind of cool. And below that is another sticker with Swarm's name and also the interwebs code that you can enter on the interwebs to access Swarm there. Now I'm not showing it because we're planning to use it later on, but also on the side here we have a visual guide on how to use the named sticker and placing it on your collector poster, which is kind of cool. Now another item included with this set is this here, and basically it's just warning and care information, and also how to use Swarm in the Skylanders universe. Is basically the interwebs functionality of the gaming figure on there, which is pretty cool. And you got really fine print here for all of the care information and warning information in several different languages there. So that's truly interesting there. Next item we'll take a look at is this, which is a gaming card for Swarm, or collector card. It contains Swarm's picture here, the same picture that was on the sticker. And also game statistics, probably starting stats for Swarm here. There are 4 different attributes. We have power or strength, defense or armor, I guess, speed or agility, and luck there. And looking at his ratings, Swarm is rated 110 on his power and strength, and he's rated the max on defense, which is really cool. 150 max, and he moves slightly above average at 80, and the luck ability is about 50, which would have been average in the Spyro's Adventure, the previous Skylanders game, because the ratings were maxed out at 100, but with Giants, you can see here they're maxed out to 150. So I guess his luck ability now is rated below average a little bit. Now here we have a symbol for the element that Swarm belongs to, and that's the air element. And then we also have Swarm's name along the side, and also an icon at the bottom corner indicating that Swarm is a giant-sized Skylander, which is pretty cool. In the back, it's the typical Skylanders and Skylanders Giants backing card with the logo here in the middle, and all of the 8 elements there, and on a white background with faded element icons in the background there. So that's kind of cool, and nice to have these cards, another collectability for the set. Now let's go ahead and take a look at Storm, and not Storm, I'm sorry, Swarm, rhyming there. But it's a very cool figure, and much better figure once you get it out of the package. And you can see why Swarm here is maxed out on his defense, because he's heavily armored. He's got a total suit of armor here, which is pretty cool, and very, very nice. And you can see that Swarm here is insect-like, bee-like, or wasp-like in nature, which is very cool. And one thing I did not notice, I should have really assumed it when he was in the package, but I did not notice his wings in the packaging. But once it was starting to taking the figure out of the package, that's when I noticed the wings, and they're clear translucent plastic here, softer plastic, and you can see some sculpting details as well, which is very, very, very nice, very cool. It's just a neat little surprise once I got this guy out of the package. And also what's very nice is the paint detail on here. He's got a base brown color here, but his paint is pretty much all metallic, which is very cool, and it's a nice combination of colors as well. You got here a very darker gold like color here, and his face, even though it's hard to see on the video, is actually a different shade. It's a lighter shade of this gold color, which is pretty neat. And unfortunately on the video it looks the same, but it's actually different. And it's very, very nice, and it's got that nice glitter like metallic paint sheen to it. And also here you also have an even lighter gold, almost yellow color here along his arms. So it's very, very cool and very nice. And also with the paint you have the sculpting detail, and you can see Swarm's face there, a nice grin there, almost a cocky like type of grin, which is very cool. And you can see antenna here on the top of his head. Now it loops here and goes into his back, which I can understand. If this was actually just not attached to the back and just out to about here, I could see some stability issues later on, where it would actually probably bend or break off. So I could see why they added the length here to go into the back to add some stability to the antenna there. So that's kind of cool. And looking at the figure here in the back, you could see Swarm's element icon there, the air element, Very nicely painted there. And you can just see all this sculpting detail on Swarm's figure here. Nice overlapping pieces of armor there. Very cool. Even a crotch cover there. Very nice. And you can also see some surface detail on the sculpt of his legs. Very cool on there. It's got a really nice bumpy texture there. And you can see some striping going on as well on his legs. And so you got some spikes, little spikes on his knees. Very, very nice. Nicely done. And you got his butt stinger there. Nicely painted again. You can see all that nice color there. Very, very cool. Now, Swarm here has a couple stingers, which is very cool on his arms. They're made of translucent plastic material, which is very nice on there. And it's yellow in color on here. And one of the neat things about this particular stinger here on his right arm is it lights up, which is nice for these giant-sized Skylanders. They all light up like the light core Skylanders. And not only does his right stinger light up, but his eyes light up. And that's one thing I wanted to get is the light up ability, a nice light up ability, I should say, because with Swarm, I've noticed that different Swarm figures have different variances in the light up ability. Some of them are brighter, some of them are dimmer, or one eye is brighter than the other. I guess it's the position of the LED within the figure, but I actually spent some time testing out the Swarm figures over at I believe it was Target, where they have the demo portal, and just trying to find a nice combination of great paint and nice light up ability on these figures. So if you are wanting the same thing, I would recommend testing those on those demo portals to get the nice combination that you want. But up next, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the light up ability of Swarm, and stay tuned for that. Okay, we're back, and we're here at our Skylander shelf. You can see our Skylanders there. And we're going to go ahead and test the light up abilities for Swarm. And we'll see how it lights up. And we have our portal here ready, and we're going to go ahead and place Swarm onto the portal. And as you can see, Swarm here lights up fairly nice. You can see the eyes there light up really bright, as well as one of his stingers there. Now, as I mentioned earlier, the variance of the light on the eyes seem to differ from Swarm to Swarm figure. So if you really want one that's nice and bright or evenly bright, I would go ahead and see if you can actually test out the Swarm figures at one of those testing stations at a retail store such as Target or Walmart or Toys R Us. Because I've noticed that several Swarm figures, some of the lights on the eyes are brighter on one eye than the other, or it's just fairly dim overall. But I was able to find one I was happy with, where the light it lights up fairly well, and also the paint apps on the figure are pretty good. So, but this is my casual peek into the Skylanders Giants Swarm gaming figure. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.